30.2 frames per second. Wow, that's quick, isn't it? Camera. So I hope everyone out there is all right, having a good day. What does that mean? YouTube's it? Oh, there's how many people watching YouTube. I don't know. It all seems to update itself and do different things on here. So I'll try my best. Hope everyone's having a fantastic Saturday, wherever you are, whatever you're getting up to, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to another review from the Bearded Berserker. Me, Matt. Now, I'm going to be doing a review during this live review, funnily enough. And at any point, if anyone has any questions, wants to know anything, then please message, because I've got my trusty specs so I can see what's going on. Otherwise, I can't see what the hell is coming up in the corner. But yeah, I got a day off work today, and I've got work tomorrow. Then I've got 2 reviews Monday, 2 on Tuesday, back to work Wednesday. God knows after that, who knows. Take each day as it comes. So what shall I talk about before anyone comes online? Because I know it's Saturday and everyone's doing their thing and whatever. What's been bugging me recently? Tell you what has been bugging me is the way society is now kind of perceiving people that they should be like, if you know what I mean. And it's kind of beginning to irk me a bit. Now, I know people in advertising have done this for years. It's not a new thing that started out. But I've been noticing over the past year more and more in beard companies and brands and stuff like that, that they're starting to use a lot more models now for their beards and stuff like that. And it's obviously been happening for years in the whole sort of like female cosmetics and stuff like that, where it's kind of like you need to look like this and you need to look like that, you know. Don't get me wrong, I have not a problem with the models at all whatsoever, but us as kind of mere mortals, we need to kind of remember that we are ourselves. We are never going to be like him or her, and we should stop worrying about what they're doing and what they're looking at and how we should look like them, because I don't want to look like them. There used to be a time, don't get me wrong, in my youth when I wanted to look like that, and you kind of had that aspiration of, I want to look like that, I want to look like that, I want to be like that, or whatever. And kind of like in my older years, it's kind of like, no, you don't. You need to be your own person in life, because if you can't love yourself for who you are, and there is no chance for us out there. We're all individuals, and I've been watching videos of people critiquing other people's hairstyles, beards, all sorts of stuff, and it's like everyone's beard is different, you know. When I first started growing my beard, well over a year now, I've only had it trimmed now in about a year and a quarter, once in a year and a quarter. And there was pictures of, you probably heard of him, a model, Josh Mario John, Spizoyski or whatever his name is. And I saw that image, you know, of kind of like the big beard, the huge, big, thick, dense beard. And it was like, I'm going to grow me one of those. And so I started growing my beard, and little by little it grew, and it grew, and it's now down to sort of like hairish sort of length. And I was like, oh, that's not how mine does not look like his. Is there something wrong? And the more sort of like I got into it, because I just assumed when you started that you grow a beard and the beard just, boom, there you go, that's your beard growing and done. I didn't realise there was all this beard oil, balms and skin products and stuff like that. Because I'm not being funny, I'm a blokey bloke, you know. I wash every day, shower every 1 or 2 days and everything like that. I just thought, well, you grew a beard and that was it. And to be honest, you don't really need all these beard oils and stuff, but it helps with keeping your skin hydrated and your beard conditioned and everything like that. And I'm kind of sitting there and going, well, it's not growing like that. Perhaps if I use all this stuff. And the more I was looking into it and the more I was learning about it, I was learning that everyone's beard is different. Some people have problems with growing the front and can grow massive mutton chops and stuff like that. Some people can grow these fantastic moustaches and everything. Some people can grow these huge, big, bushy fronts and underneath and everything. And everyone is different. Everyone that I've spoken to, the thousands of people and over on Instagram as Viking Beard Matt, everyone's kind of got their insecurities and things they don't particularly like about their beard, you know? Whether there's a patch missing here or a patch missing there, the fact that they can't grow a beard, the fact that whatever happens. And no one, I don't think, out there, apart from that sort of 0.3% that are kind of like are genetically great that they can grow these huge beards. I think the rest of us kind of do look up to that and go, oh, there must be something wrong, and it's not. We are individual, and I've got to the point now with my beard, it's got a natural sort of wave and a kink in it. It's like I've got a sort of streak down the middle, so it looks like this side is thicker than this side, but it's not. It's actually the same length and everything else like that. These bits could do have been a lot thicker and denser on me, but they're not. And I've learned that it's kind of like, well, that's what my body is. If I can't love my body, then what help or hope is there for me out there? So I'm going to rock what I've got. If nobody else likes it, I couldn't give two swizzles of a chimpanzee's finger. And you know what I mean? We need to start loving ourselves, because if we can't love ourselves, then there's no chance of us loving anyone else, because we're not going to have the confidence in ourselves. And as humans and as mortal people, we need to love ourselves. And it's not me getting all hippie and tree huggy or anything like that. Far from it. It's whatever you're doing, wherever you are, just be happy that everything's working, everything's good. Just because your beard's a bit patchy or your hair's not growing right, we're not going to look like a model. Don't try looking like a model unless you're a model, because if you are a model, what's going to happen? You'll get up to that certain age, everything will go south. You'll either end up having loads of Botox and facial reconstruction and surgery and shit like that, and you're going to look like a right state, or you're just going to grow old and it's all going to go anyway. So just be happy with what you've got. If you are blessed with that, then good luck to you. If you're not blessed with it, who gives a stink? But anyway, I divulge. That's me just rabbiting on for the sake of rabbiting on and having a bit of a rant. And it'd be nice to see the same with catalogues that are starting to do now with plus size models and stuff like that. People in the men's grooming and stuff like that, stop using James Bond and these people that obviously you have not hired to promote your products, because we know full well that you'd have to pay them thousands, hundreds of thousands in order to get them to do it, unless it's for a really good cause or something like that. So kind of like, just use regular people with regular beards, whatever their issue. Don't care who it is or whatever like that, but we don't need models. We want to buy products because we want to buy them, not because whoever is allegedly using it. And it's like, just because Johnny Depp is going out and sort of like advertising Sauvage and stuff like that, does it necessarily mean that he's wearing it every day, or is it just the inordinate amount of money that he was paid to promote products? And again, it's almost kind of like, to me, sort of false advertising and sort of almost as bad as false reviewing, you know, that you're just in it for the money as opposed to kind of like giving, I don't know, factual sort of data. But anyway, I divulge. I'm going to have a glug of coffee and I'm going to start the review. Oh, I can't beat your coffee on a day off. Okay, so now this is the second part of a review I've done from a UK brand called Odins Beard Care. I'm going to put my specs on for this so I can see my notes, because if not, I'm going to be like squinting and you'll be like, what the hell is he doing? So, like I say, this is the second part of the review. I did review an oil and a balm last in the second part of it. Now, it's from the UK. With all beard products and everything that I review, as in skin care, face care, hair care, beard care and stuff like that, I have actually used it. I'm not affiliated to any of these brands whatsoever. Everything I do is in my own honest opinion. And so if there's something I don't particularly like about a product, I will say about it. And it's an honest review. So we're going to have a look at the actual packaging and the products themselves, the ingredients in them, the scents of them, if there are any. Then we're also going to be talking about the price of them. Afterwards, I'm going to be scoring them out of 20. 20 is going to be absolutely fantastic. 10 is going to be, yeah, it's all right. And 0 being, I'm not buying that, touching that with a stinky stick. So here we go. Now the two that I'm reviewing today, I love my whole Viking mythology, Norse mythology and stuff like that. Have done since I was a little kid. And I don't know why, it's just something that I've always kind of like been drawn to and everything. So these, as the name suggests, comes Odins Beard Care, which is Viking Norse themed, Norse gods. And so the beard oil that we are having a look at this afternoon is called Thor, and the beard balm is called Midgard. So as you probably know from Norse mythology, I'm not going to go into that because everyone kind of knows if you're into that sort of thing. So with the balm and the oil, they both come in glass bottles, and you tend to find with the bottles that they'll be of a sort of colour, if you know what I mean. So you either greens, blues, browns, even opaque. And this, the reason that they come like this is it stops UV light from going in there, damaging and breaking down all the oils and stuff like that. So it helps keep those UV lights out. To be honest, I've only got one window over there and there's not much light ever comes through there, which is why I've got lighting going off all around me. And so as you'll notice, screw tops as well on these. Now, before we start, these are the old style labels that he has put on here, and the new bottles he is doing have got your pipette drippers on the top that you're probably used to. So this is kind of like the old style before he has before he's updated them. Have to admit though, with this stem that it's got in here where you tap it and it dribbles out, this is one of the better ones that I've used. I have used a couple before, I've tapped it, nothing's come out, or I've tapped it or lent it on its side, it's just flooded everywhere. And because I do like to measure the amount of beard product that I'm putting in my beard on a daily basis, 6 drops. If I've washed my beard once or twice a week, then it will be up to about 8 drops. Maybe if I've had a rough day at work and had a wash when I come home and everything, I'll use a couple of drops before bed and everything else. So that's how I use it. Now we're going to have a look at this first. So as you can see, you've got the kind of cartoon image of Thor on the front with his grey beard, and I can read what's on the side of this just about, but with the new labelling it's going to be a lot bigger so you can read it. I think he's kind of still using the same designs for it. Now ingredients wise, you are in here 50ml bottle, you have coconut oil, argan oil, jojoba oil, that's how I call it, but no, jojoba oil, vitamin E and essential oils. And the scent on this, I have used it so I know exactly what the scents are like in this, but the description is Thor is a mandarin grapefruit with hints of bergamot, black pepper and cedarwood. Sounds very, very, very nice. So let's crack it open, have a look and see what it smells like. I hope this is actually recorded, it should be. 13 minutes 27, so it should be. Let's hope it's going over to YouTube. So let's put a few drops. I have done my beard this afternoon, so look fairly tidy for you. Give it a smush through your hands, because remember with beard oils and stuff like that, the scent from the bottle is going to be completely different to how it smells once you start generating some heat through it. And immediately, just from this distance, I'm getting a scent of the mandarin and grapefruit. The mandarin's quite sweet and the grapefruit's kind of quite sharp. Definitely getting some bergamot and cedarwood in there. Not so much of the black pepper. There's no spiciness or anything like that to it. So that's more of a subtle note if it is there. Because everyone smells different stuff and picks up on different scents. That's quite a nice subtle scent. Now I do have a sort of guide chart when I'm doing this. So down here, very, very subtle. In here, kind of your normal, what you would usually expect. And up here, take your head off and kick it into the next county. And this one is just sitting between very subtle and your medium. So it's not there and it's not down there. It's just sitting there nicely in the middle. It's a nice, relaxed, what I would class as an everyday scent. It's one of those scents that you can use all day, every day, and it's not too harsh or in your face or anything like that. It's not ridiculously subtle. It's a nice combination of scents. Nothing's to knock your head off. Just a nice sweet and citrus scent with the bergamot and the cedarwood that I'm picking up on bottom note. So you've got the grapefruit and the mandarin up here, and then down there somewhere you've got the bergamot and the cedarwood. Not so much of the black pepper. I know he's tweaking with some of the scents and everything like that. Yeah, that's a nice scent. In my opinion, because I'm here giving you guys my opinion, I would have liked to have seen the scent a bit more up there, because it is such a nice scent. It's a very summery scent, not too wintry or anything like that, or different, but it would have been nice just to have seen it just a touch stronger. But it's beautifully blended and very nice. I licked it. And so that is the 50ml bottle of Thor. Bing, bing, bing. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask. And before we move on as well, quick mention to each and every one of you guys out there that is helping support what I do, and all the small brands out there, whether it's skin products, beard products, hair products, clothing, all sorts of bits and pieces. Couple of reviews that I've done before is this one here, which is Rocket Bones Apparel. I've done this one recently as well, which is Viking Couture. And thank you also for Odins Beard, if I don't fall off my chair, for the t-shirt that they've sent through. And it's all about, though, trying to help promote, support and kind of advertise small brands and stuff. Don't get me wrong, I'm not here to blow smoke rings up businesses, companies' backsides and stuff, but I'm just trying to give you guys an honest opinion. But anyway, I divulged, but thank you to Rocket Bones and Viking Couture. And moving on, so the next one we have from Odins Beard Co. is the Midgard. Dude sitting on his chair there, or his throne, sorry. Comes in a 30ml bottle, glass jar thing. Now, scent on this is, in the description, lemongrass, pineapple, peach, lily, with hints of coconut and sandalwood. Now that sounds really nice, and instantly I'm smelling peach, pineapple and hints of coconut. There's not too much of the sandalwood in there. I'm going to take a little dollop out, put it on my hands, put the lid on it, and I'm going to drop it because I've thrown stuff all over the place before. Smooch it through my hands, generate some heat, see what it smells like. Now the lemongrass is coming through. From the pot I was smelling like the vanilla scent of almost like the coconut, the peach and the pineapple. Now that lemongrass has jumped forwards and I'm smelling the lemongrass a lot more. Definitely sweeter notes of the pineapple and peach in there, and the coconut. Lily, I can't say I've really smelt lilies before, but there is a slight tiny floralness to it and a slight tiny note of the sandalwood. Not too easy to detect. Other people will smell different things, and I have heard with loads of different beard oils and stuff like that, people smell different things within them, but that's predominantly what I smell, is the lemongrass, pineapple, peach and the coconut. And it's really nice, and I have found that both of these oils pair very well together. It does give it a slightly tropical sort of summery scent using both of those. And ingredients that they're using in this is your shea butter, whatever you want to call it, beeswax, jojoba oil, sweet almond oil, vitamin E and grapeseed oil, and also your essential oils as well. And this is not too greasy. It's got just the right amount of beeswax in there, and I know I say this on pretty much all my videos and everything, but in case you're not sure what a beard balm is, it's almost like beard oil. It's in solid form. Butters help nourish your skin, keep the moisture locked into your beard, and it tends to have a small amount of beeswax in there, which helps keep flyaway hairs kind of like in check. But it is not necessarily a styling agent for your beard, because you can buy special either beard waxes, moustache waxes and stuff like that do that. And on top of that you have your butter, which is more of kind of like a whipped oil that doesn't tend to have beeswax in there. So that is kind of the difference between a beard oil, beard balm, beard butter, beard wax, moustache wax and everything else like that. I have tried playing around with some beard waxes and stuff like that. It's quite difficult because I've got quite fine hair, and I find that the amount of beeswax that is in a lot of balms has just got the right amount of hold in there to keep flyaway hairs on check. But these are a really nice couple of products. The scent level on the balm is pretty much the same as the oil. It's not kind of regular, it's not very subtle, it's just there, you know. It's kind of quite a nice relaxed scent, these two are. They do go very well together, as you can imagine, because you've got the mandarin and grapefruit, the lemongrass and the pineapple and the peach, plus you've got the coconut. It does go very well, almost like a tropical sort of scent. I do like the scent very much of the oil. I would personally, my opinion, just like to see it knock up a little bit, just to kind of like be a bit more punchier, but I like my punchy scents and everything else like that. And prices on them, £9.99 for the 50ml beard oil. Like I say, the new ones are coming with your dripper tips, pipettes on the top as opposed to the stem ones, and he has upgraded the labelling on there, so the actual writing is a lot easier to read, especially with me being an old git and having to wear glasses. Very nice products. It's nice that he has changed them and he's not just kind of like, well, that's what you're getting. So bless him, he is sort of like attempting to sort of like make things better, which is great to see. And I really thank him for sending them through. Nice products. Be interesting to see what the new line is like when he brings them out. And it comes to scoring them. Now this is going to be the last time that I score beard oils. The reason being is I seem to be giving everyone sort of 18s, 19s and 20s and stuff like that, and it's becoming a bit pointless of me doing that because the small brands are having to put more time, effort and stuff into their products to get them sort of like out onto the market and noticed have to be as good as they can be. I'm kind of scoring them out of 20 now is becoming a bit pointless because there are some very, very good ones, and everyone that's kind of eye contact or they contact me or I go out and buy myself tends to be a really good quality. And I'm going to score this as it stands, apart from the fact, like I say, the scent for my personal taste could be slightly higher. I'm going to score this 19 out of 20. They're a nice combination. They both go very well together. I think the pricing's good. 50 mils for £9.99 and £9.99 for 30 mils of this. Obviously you're only going to use half a fingernail's worth per application, so they're going to last you a long while, and especially with 6 drops in this. Great products, and I will be putting links down below to Odins Beard Care. So thank you very much for them for sending that through. If anybody has any questions for the last 5 minutes or so, please feel free to ask. I'm here. And have another glug of coffee. There's some real good craftsmen out there, you know, making some amazing products and stuff that we really need to get behind, because otherwise, if we don't, the only alternative we are going to have these huge massive brands and everything. And I don't have a problem with them, but a lot of the time they do tend to kind of like run on their own sort of label, if you know what I mean. That some of these large trainer companies, if you know what I mean, I'm not going into any names or anything because I don't need any backlash and crap from it. But like the next pair of trainers comes out and everyone's like, I've got to buy them because they bought out a new set of trainers, and it's like the quality hasn't got to be any good because people automatically assume huge brand is going to be good, everyone else is wearing them, I want to look like every other sheep out there, let's go and buy it. Or just because somebody famous is wearing them and stuff, we've got to buy that in order to look like them. And it's like, no. Buy something because you like it. Buy something because you want it. Buy something because you're going to get the enjoyment out of it. Sod what people think about it. I kind of despise that in life, if you know what I mean. be yourself. It's the only person you can be in life, because you're nobody else other than yourself. Improve on yourself, make yourself better every day and everything else, but appreciate what you have got and not what you couldn't have, because you can always work towards it and stuff like that. Wife was watching a program the other night on TV about people going to sort of like extreme lengths in order to try and make themselves look more beautiful and handsome and stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, I don't have a problem with cosmetic surgery or anything like that at all. If you've got a disfigurement, you're born with a cleft lip or something that needs doing, or you've had cancer and you need reconstructive surgery, that is great, that is fine, I'm thumbs up for that. But all this stuff about lips plumped up and boob jobs, even blokes now having injections to make their muscles look bigger, make them look beefier, and having abs put in and butt implants and stuff like that. It's just like, really, we're just getting to an age now where we don't need it. We don't need any of that stuff. Just be yourself. It's almost kind of like now the media circus and celebrities and everything are ruling us, as opposed to us kind of choosing whether we want to see them, and all these reality stars and everything else like that. And I'm not being funny, I'm not particularly keen on the way that I look, but I know that I can't do anything about it, you know. I had an acne problem when I was a kid and everything, as a lot of us did, and you kind of spend your days kind of like going, oh, I hope people find me attractive and I want to look like this and I want to look like that, which invariably you can't do. And sort of when I got married 17 years ago, that kind of all sort of changed, and it was like, I don't need to really worry about this anymore. I just try and be the best person that I can be. I try to strive to achieve the best that I can. Often I fail, we all fail, but it's just a question of getting up, dusting yourself back down and sort of getting on with it. But everyone nowadays seems so fixated on trying to look like somebody else. There's nothing wrong with taking inspiration from somebody else, but I don't want to look like somebody else. I want to look like me. My body works to the best that it can do, even though it's getting old and everything. So I want to be myself. I want to enjoy my life because it's my life, and I don't want to live my life trying to be something I'm not or anything like that. And I've even noticed that with videos and stuff online, you know, you've kind of got all these sort of flash graphics and all these handsome lads and everything sitting there, and these people with these huge beards and everything else. And in my opinion, if you want to go watch that, fine. I don't care less. I'm just trying to do the best that I possibly can do with my crappy little iPad sat here, cosmetic mirror behind that I've pinched from my wife and everything. Nicked a couple of her cupboards, put me beard stuff on there. That's what you kind of get, you know. And if you want flashy graphics and spangly stuff popping up all over the place, then fine. I'm just trying to put out there the best content that I possibly can do, and have a bit of a giggle, have a laugh, and try and show you guys some cool products. But I'm going to finish this in just a second, unless there are any questions. I've been going for what, 28 minutes. We'll go for another 2 minutes, for 30 minutes. And it's nice to have found a workaround for the whole YouTube thing at the moment as well, where if you're doing it from a mobile device, either iPad or stuff, unless you've got 1,000 subscribers, it won't let you do it unless you're doing it from a laptop or sort of PC or something like that. But I've managed to find a workaround. Hopefully, if this has worked, if not, I've been sitting here talking to a screen like a tit for the past half an hour. But Monday, I've got 2 reviews coming up on Monday. I've got a last review for Hair Bond. I've also got a review on Monday for Crazy Bull. And then Tuesday, I've got another review for Scissor Hands and a few other bits and pieces and bits and bobs and stuff. Like I say, going to be doing a lot more live reviews and stuff like that. But thank you guys. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, wherever you are, whatever you're getting up to, whatever you're doing. So keep on taking care of each other. Keep on looking after each other. Keep on loving yourself. Keep on loving others and helping others. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next review from the Bearded Berserker. Have a great afternoon, guys. Thank you for your time. End now, please. Finish event.